Kochi didn't come into work today. Well, things are not going that well. I've got to admit. Cutting the budget, okay, fine. Wow. Suhei Kano is today a hero, having pulled a drowning senator, Wallace Green, from the river. The municipality of the Senate, on the Senate's recommendation, has decided to reward this outstanding officer. Ceremony is scheduled 27th. Okay. Okay. Yeah, he died in that hostage situation, didn't he? Sometimes officers will arrest one or two more criminals. But when you're taking down a whole group, it's better to bring a paddy wagon. A truly professional staff can cope without the need for special transport. Most officers prefer a paddy wagon when the situation calls for it. Too bad the department doesn't have the money for one. Rescue van struck a schoolboy. The ambulance arrived quickly, but the boy was declared dead on scene. Nearby residents are enraged and demand justice from the driver of the van. He's currently holed up inside the ambulance while the paramedics try to reason with the crowd. The situation is quickly spiralling out of control. Let's see what this guy can do on his own. Go on, Yancey. Get in there, son. I can help, yes. There you go.
I was trying to raise 10 1, Sergeant Top Spot.
Sounds good.
She's just a dancing queen. Fit for a king. Swing, sweet ginger, swing, sweet ginger green.
1830, okay.
213 in progress. 410A complete.
Okay. Mr. Boyd, I manage a large fleet of vehicles. I want to organise a workshop for my new drivers. We have to learn how to behave on the road, so your patrolmen will never need to look twice at our cars. Please send 3 of your best officers. They'll ride all day with my people, explaining the intricacies of traffic flow and police monitoring. I've heard about the problems your department faces, particularly your obsolete fleet of police vehicles. So in return, I was going to donate a paddy wagon. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we'll send 3 of them over there. That's fine. Can I not look at my messages once they're gone? I mean, is that not allowed?
213.
Great.
910B in progress.
Why can't I look at my fucking messages again? Archive, maybe? No? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck's sake. Good, we've got a paddy wagon.
410B in progress.
We're not going to get there anyway. We're going to get there anyway.
Nine ten B complete. Four 12A in progress.
Okay, well, we're going to wait until people come back anyway. Great, slurry been reduced by 50%. Awesome. Emergency medical services arrived on call of a man complaining about chest pains. While they were treating him, the man suddenly attacked one EMT, shouting wildly about the Jenner. Oh my god. Okay, fine.
410B complete.
No worries. Oh, this is difficult. Ah.
Looks like we have a situation here.
The water fountain is locked on the inside, and unintelligible screams can be heard from within. Enter an adjoining apartment and climb over the balcony. The victim is bound lying on the floor. The assailant is lying on top of him, waving a syringe filled with unknown substance, a bottle of bleach on the floor nearby. Sir, on your side, tell us about the conspiracy. Man jumps up and grabs some papers from the table. Everything is written down here. All evidence you need. They created these medications to control our minds. Well, the Freeburg police will... Let's talk... Yeah, we're getting an investigation immediately. Let's talk down the station.
412A complete.
Got him. Okay, good. Oh! For fuck's sake, that's so fucking frustrating. They're so close to getting that. Fuck my life, that's frustrating. Mr. Void, why did you send your officers to defend this protest? I received noise complaints. In your opinion, did any of the participants at the protest pose any actual danger to others? Definitely. Wherever there's over 50 people gathered in a single place, there's always a chance something will go off. Mr. Boyd, you are married, are you not? Yes, but my wife and I don't live together. Oh, hang on, no. Yes. What are your personal feelings about women? Same as men. As far as I'm concerned, they're the same as men. Some women are great and some I don't much care for. Mr. Boyd, did you give your orders to suppress the protest by force? Ooh, do we blame City Hall or do we say yes? Fucking blame City Hall. The mayor gave me a direct order in writing. I had no choice but to carry it out.
In my new role as corrupt official, I had to give up some of my favorite habits. I couldn't turn off my phone when my head ached. Couldn't sleep till noon on Saturday and let the rest of HQ take up the slack. No more days off to go fishing. But my weekly visit to the Old Colony Club was more like tradition. One night a week, I absorbed cigar smoke, the vague smell of alcohol, the stench of urine, all mixed with toxic levels of old drunken belches. Same picture it was 30 years ago. Tradition's gotta be honored. And to stay faithful to the tradition, you've got to respect the standard rituals. When you're about to roll out of the club, you need to take a deep breath and count to 100. If your stomach doesn't do a backflip, you should be good to make it home. This time, I only got up to 60. I was interrupted.
Why? You look even better than you do on TV.
There's nothing more impolite than approaching people in the alley at the Old Colony. This is the most private place in the city. All who enter here dirty their shoes with the most elite stream of vomit in Freeburg. This asphalt has been blessed by judges, lawyers, artists, businessmen, and all our politicians. Takes a lot of balls to crash the party. My head was a drunken haze, but I knew who he was. A cartoon gangster suit straight out of Dick Tracy. Fancy voice, fruit cologne, sassy strut. That's how the newspapers described Vikas Varga, rising star in Freeburg's criminal underworld. He appeared out of nowhere, and with the support of the local punks, Varga broke all the old rules of organized crime. He killed those who could not be killed, traded what could not be traded, and robbed those who could not be robbed. In just a single month, this man had gathered an incredible amount of power. He's been called everything from a clown to a madman to a criminal genius, and more often than not, he's called a low-class upstart short on ideas. But if Vargas was one of the old crime bosses, he'd have been cut into pieces and fed to the river. Look past this guy's arrogance, and there's something about him. The city is still deciding what to do with him. Meanwhile, he's burning down the houses of old city mobsters. Not the best time to talk, Mr. Varga.
Well, you know my name. I'm flattered, although not very surprised, to be honest. I might be a little short on manners. Like they say in your fair city, with the right manners, you can go anywhere. Well, I don't want to go anywhere. I want to stay right here.
Even the criminal world needs manners, Mr. Varga. And one of them is this. Don't interfere with a drunken cop who's trying to take a shit and puke at the same time.
Oh, you exaggerate. But is Freeburg always so gentle with its officers? You've been a bit roughed up lately.
I see you already know Freeburg quite well, Mr. Varga.
Well, I love to learn. and look around. But I do know that the inhabitants of this fair city should be friends, Jack. Maybe it's true I don't have the best manners. After all, it's only polite for friends to share their phone numbers. This city of yours moves so fast. I feel like I'm hooked on amphetamines all over again. You wake up in the morning full of ideas, and by nightfall, you've all had each other killed. So don't wait too long to call. I don't mind if you're drunk. It's all the more fun. I'll be stoned myself, most likely. Hell, I'm a little stoned right now. It's the only way to live in this place. I like your city, Jack. I'm here to stay.
If it weren't for the phone number written on my arm, I probably wouldn't have remembered the conversation in the morning. But there was no reason to worry. I'd be getting a reminder soon.
Man, Rogers hates women. Uh-oh.
My morning ritual was plagued by the smell of Vickers Vargas' fruity cologne. It was like the sharp citrus scent was chasing me around the house, as if Vickers was right there in my living room. When I finally realized the smell was coming from a big basket of oranges, it didn't put me any more at ease. I'd opened my door to lots of threatening mail, evidence of criminal wrongdoing, even a dead ferret or two. But fruit? Never. You the fruit guy?
Excuse me?
Was it you that brought the basket of oranges?
Nah, it was here when I arrived.
Fine. So who are you?
Today, I'm your driver.
And where are we driving?
To work.
That's it?
Yeah, we have to make an important stop along the way.
Where?
The ranch.
What ranch?
Just the ranch.
Fine. The morning seemed surreal, and I took in the magic. Why wreck it with meaningless chatter? As my tight-lipped chauffeur drove an hour through God knows where, I started to feel like I was in the middle of a bad dream, probably lying bloody and concussed in the alley behind the old Colony Club, my nose buried in a rotten orange peel. But no, this was no dream. The silence was real, the sound of the engine was real, the dust was real enough too. And there was the ranch over the horizon. It all seemed familiar. The Sand family's overbearing mansion has been the talk of the headlines for decades, but few have managed to get closer than a few miles. I guess I'm just lucky. I didn't know you took private meetings, Mr. Sand.
Only if I expect good company.
I'm surprised my company ranks at all.
Today, yes. Today is a special day.
So it seems.
Do you often go to the old Colony Club, Jack?
Every week.
Meet any interesting people there?
As a rule, no.
Sometimes you make a date, right? Sometimes make new friends.
Sometimes, I guess. But that's not why I go.
And why?
I consider it a hobby.
A hobby. Do you know anything about my hobbies?
Well, judging by the half-dozen animal skins I stepped on walking over here, it's not much of a reach to say you like hunting.
Love it. Well, I say that now. It seemed so tedious when I was a child. Took ever so long. But now I'm older. I have developed a new talent.
What talent is that?
Patience. The will to wait for the right moment. Let's say you want a deer. You know, you deserve it. You've even decided what dishes its meat will go to and where you'll mount its horns. But to get that deer, you've got to wait. To sit in the bushes and stay nice and quiet. Professional hunters will tell you that the hunt is a rare craft. There are many rules. It's shrouded in mystery and ancient skill. Well, that's all complete nonsense. To get a deer, you just sit on the sidelines for a long enough time, pinpoint the moment when it's finally time to shoot. I learned the talent, Jack. But not like you, oh, Jack. You truly are the master.
I don't understand.
Oh, come on, Jack. I know about the $500,000. I know your plan. Kendrick told me everything. Needless to say, I'm impressed. While some people learn to hold their breath for minutes on end and not to rustle the leaves too loudly, why you decided to just become the foliage. You turned yourself into a bush, surrounded by deer who've been so fruitfully multiplying for decades. But all this time you've held your rifle at the ready. Forgive an old man his imagery, Jack. I've the heart of a poet, I confess.
Look, I don't know what was said between you and Kendrick, but it sounds like you got it wrong.
Oh, I think I understand everything just fine. And I think we understand each other quite well. Jack, in the coming war, we'll make excellent partners.
What war?
One war falls upon every generation. My grandfather drove out the Ambersons back when he was 27. My father destroyed that psychopath gangster, Maurice Bell, when he was a sprightly 30. At 69, I'd begun to think my war had passed me over. But my time has come at last. Tomorrow, Vickis Varga declares war, and I'm obliged to answer.
So, we're talking about Varga now.
I don't know how he thinks. I don't even know whether he plans his actions or not. I can't divine his purpose. Hell, I don't even know where he comes from. He's a man not of our breed, wouldn't you say? But when he arrived here, I invited him in, told him we could work together. An official invitation penned in my own hand and written on some very expensive paper. And can you imagine his reply? A fruit basket. What sense can be made of such a message?
I guess it means whatever you want it to.
Precisely.
I'm late for work, Mr. Sand.
You know, Jack, I could just give you $500,000 right now, cash, whatever denominations you like. But I would never insult you so. If I went stalking my prey for so many years, I wouldn't want someone else to shoot it for me. I understand you, Jack. And I'll never ask you for anything that's contrary to your nature. Just think about our conversation. Think about it. And call me.
Like I said, it's a whole new life, and I've had to give up some old habits. One of them, keeping away from things that don't concern me. Now I can't afford the luxury. This spotlight I'm under, concerns is all I got.
Okay. We'll go with Sand. I don't trust the other guy. He's too much like the Joker.
Tell him it's Boyd.
Okay. Then we'll do one more day, then we'll call it a night, I think. Okay.
B in progress.
Oh my god. So you had a call from a nightclub manager, said that a brawl broke out in the main hall. One of 20 men escorting or keeping back because some of the combatants carrying knives. Fucking hell. Cool.
I was trying to raise TN1, Sergeant Soft Spot.
Retreat for now.
311 412A in progress.
Two teens walking their dog got into an argument. Eventually, one of them unleashed the dog on the other. The police were called by a girl who was riding a cycle nearby.
In progress.
Oh my fucking Jesus. Parishioner Maria Serpentine reported the sounds of gunshots inside the church. A bearded man in a hat entered the confessional and then a minute later heard a few gunshots. Well, okay. I'm not sending SWAT, but I'll send the rest of them. Okay.
We've got a situation here.
Hit the dog with the taser. Got him. Nice. Hmm.
410A in progress.
We should be able to be back by the time we need to do that. Linda Howard, who had slurred, said the dentist paralysed her face from the last visit. Send 2.
Complete. 1011B in progress.
An ice cream vendor notices visit black bag which has been lying unsupervised on the bench for the past few hours. Okay. We don't need SWAT for that.
Looks like we have a situation here.
Hmm.
1011B complete.
Okay. Nice. New frames. Okay. Okay. Yeah. We got it. Very successful last day of the night. And that's it. So I'll speak to you tomorrow, guys. Thanks for watching. See you later.